Hello friends, I hope that you are good, well and fine. In today's session, we will be seeing solutions for NCERT exercise 6.3. Okay, so let's see the first question of this exercise. So 6.3 first question. We have to find, we have to find the maximum and the minimum values if exist. So for first, the steps are very clear that we have to first find the first derivative and then put it equals to 0 to find the possible candidates for maximum and minimum value or for inflection points also. Okay, and then put the if you want to use the second order test, you can do also. Okay, so let's see. So quickly we will be seeing the solutions for every question of 6.3 exercise. Okay, as much as okay. So fx is given this. Now what we will do, as you can see, okay, so this is already given. If you want to observe at this stage also, you can easily observe that this square, square is always positive. This is a positive for every x. Okay, this means this will be greater than equals to 3. And then from by just this observation, what you can say is that f attains what? F attains your minimum value, which is 3. Okay, which is 3 by when it is equals to 0. Okay, clear? So if this is 0 and this can be 0 where 1 by 2. If x is equals to 1 by 2, then it is 0. So your minimum value will be x is equals to half. Okay, now, okay, at x is equals to half, so minimum value is 3, as you can see. Now f does not have any maximum value. Now second, the expression is this can be reduced to this. From the same reason we can apply, as this is greater than equals to 0 for every r. This means if this is becomes 0, then you will have your minimum value as f at x is equals to minus 2 by 3. At x is equals to minus 2 by 3, you will have your minimum value, which means if this becomes 0, then you will have x is equals to minus 2 by 3. As you can see, x is equals to minus 2 by 3. This means the minimum value will be minus of 2. Same, the maximum value does not exist. Now fx is equals to this thing, so the same thing, it is now always negative. Minus of x minus 1 whole square will be, as this is always greater than equals to 0, if you put minus sign, then it will be always negative. Okay, which means what? That the maximum value, it can take the max to max what value? The 10. At where? When it becomes 0. At x is equals to 1, the maximum value will be what? The maximum value will be 10. At x is equals to 1, so it will be 1. Okay, clear? So minimum value does not have. Now this expression, as you can see, x cube is just what, if you remember from the theory class, we saw that this is graph for x cube. Okay, and we do not have any minimum or any maximum value, we just have inflection point at x is equals to 0. X cube plus 1, the graph will be what? Just shifted upward. That's it. The graph will be like in this form. Now the same thing will happen. We do not have any maximum, any minimum value, but we do have the inflection point at x is equals to 0. Okay, clear? Okay. Now second, find the maximum and the minimum value if exist, obviously. Okay, fx is equals to modulus of x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, so modulus of x plus 2 minus 1. Now we know that this will be always positive, and this means minus 1. If we add minus 1 to both sides, this will happen. This means the minimum value will be, as you can see, minus 1 at what? When it becomes 0. So this means at x is equals to minus 2, as you can see. Okay, so I hope that it is clear. So the minimum value will be this. Hence as you can see, the maximum value does not have. Okay, function does not possess maximum value. Now for this, the same logic we can apply, as this part is always greater than equals to positive. If we include minus, then it will be less than equals to 0, and if we add both threes, okay, if we add both side 3, then you will have this inequality. This means if this becomes 0, means if x is equals to -1, then your maximum value will be 3. If x is equals to -1, then your maximum value will be 3. As you can see, the minimum value is not there. Now for third part, hx is equals to this means sine 2x plus 5. You all know the sine theta range is from -1 to 1. Okay, as you can see, -1 to 1. If you add 5 to both sides, what you will get, then the range of hx will be from 4 to 6. So the max to max value it can take is 4, and the minimum to minimum value it can take is, sorry, max to max it can take 6, the minimum to minimum value it can take is 4. Okay. Now for this, you all know that it is always what, as 4x plus 3 is in between, sine of 4x is in between -1 to 1. Now adding 3 to both sides, you will have 2 to 4. This means taking modulus, you can get that this value can be also 2 to 4. So the maximum value will be 4 and the minimum value will be 2. Okay. Now for hx is x plus 1, and x belongs to -1 to 1. Hence, it does not possess any minimum or local minimum or local maximum value. Okay. Clear? Why I am saying that? If you move, what can you say? As you can say, if you try to find the derivative, it is increasing. Yes, this means the graph will be increasing. Okay. Now this means your maximum value must be somewhere near 1 and minimum value somewhere near -1. So if you try to look at, if you approach -1 from the right hand side, okay, if you approach -1 from the right hand side, you cannot have any x naught which is closer to -1, okay, such that h of that point is lesser than hx. You always have some point less than that. Okay, which means this. Okay, clear? The same logic will apply for hx. Same logic will apply for if you move, or if you are very close to 1. Okay, clear? Then you cannot have any c such that h of c is greater than equals to hx for every x in that closure. Okay, clear? Okay, so no local maxima minima in the open interval -1 to 1. Now here we have to find local maxima minima. Okay, also clear? Okay, so first is fx is equals to x square. So simple. So just see. So derivative, what you will have, 2x. Now put it equals to 0. You will have points, critical points. Okay, so which just in this case you got just x is equals to 0. Now what? Now find the double derivative. Double derivative will be just 0. Okay, sorry, double derivative will be just 2 and it is positive. This means f double derivative 0 is positive. This means minimum. So the value will be minimum. At x is equals to 0, you will have point of local minima. So local minimum value of f will be f of 0, which means 0. Now for this, find the single derivative, first derivative, this, then put it equals to 0. You will have what points x is equals to plus minus 1. Now you have two possible candidates. Now what? Now find double derivative. So this will be double derivative. Okay, double derivative. Okay, double derivative will be 6x. Now g double derivative of 1 will be positive and g double derivative of -1 will be negative. This means at 1 you will have minimum, at -1 you will have maximum. So at 1 you will have local minimum, okay, and at -1 you will have local maximum. And put these x value in the original function, you will get the maximum value of the function and minimum value of the function. Okay, this means at 1 you will have -2, and at x is equals to -1 you will have 2. Okay, now hx is sin x plus cos x, where x is open interval 0 to pi by 2. Now first derivative will be cos x minus sin x. Put it equals to 0. This means pi by 4. Okay, this means pi by 4. Yes, pi by 4 belongs to this interval. Now find the double derivative. Double derivative will be minus sin x minus cos x. This will be taking minus common. Now at pi by 4 this will be positive. This means as double derivative of at pi by 4 will be negative. Negative means maximum value. At x is equals to pi by 4, this point will be local maxima, and the maximum value of h will be h of pi by 4. You will get √2. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, let us move next. Now fourth, fx is equals to sin x minus cos x, where x belongs to open interval 0 to pi. F prime x will be cos x plus sin x. F prime x will be cos x plus sin x. Now putting it equals to 0, f prime, you will get the possible candidates for critical points. So this means 3 by 4 and 7 pi by 4, 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. Okay, so what this means? This means now find the double the second derivative. Finding second derivative at 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4, you will get what? At 3 pi by 4 you will have minus, or you can say this will be negative. Okay, I hope so. As you can see, at 3 pi by 4, okay, this will be what? As you can say, this will be pencil. Okay, so it will be pi minus pi by 4. This means pi minus pi by 4 means sin pi by 4. Sin pi by 4 means 1 by √2. So this means minus 1 by √2, and this will be minus of, okay, and this will be cos 3 pi by 4 means cos of, this will be pi minus pi by 4 means sin pi by 4 means 1 by √2. So this will be negative. Okay, this will be what? Negative. Okay, I hope clear. So this will be negative. So this sign will be negative, not positive. This will be negative. Negative means the maximum. Okay, so local maximum will exist here. Now at 7 pi by 4, as you can see, it will be positive. Positive means minimum value. So x is equals to 7 pi by 4. This point will be of local minima, and put it in the original function f of 7 pi by 4. The value will be minus of √2. This means your local minimum value of f will be minus √2. Please make this sign correct. It will be negative. Okay, it will be negative, not positive. Okay, simple. Now fifth. Okay, so fx is equals to this. Fx is equals to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. Find the first derivative. First derivative will be 3x square minus 12x plus 9. Put it equals to 0. You will have this as equals to 0. Now as you can see, you will have the factor form for this quadratic expression as this: x minus 1 and x minus 3. This means what? This means the critical points will be 1, 3. Now finding the critical points. Okay, now the second step is find the second derivative. Second derivative will be, as you can see, it will be 6x minus 12. 6x minus 12. So 6x minus 12 at 1 it will be what? Negative. At 3 it will be what? Positive. So this means this point, 1 point means it will be the point of maxima, and this point will be the point of minima. Okay, x1 local maximum and x3 will be local minimum. Okay, so the maximum value will be f of 1, which is 19, and maximum value will be f of 1 at which is 19, and minimum value will be for function will be f of 3, which is equals to 50. Okay. Now sixth, gx is equals to x by 2 plus 2 by x, where x is positive. Now g prime x will be half minus 2 by x square. Now put it equals to 0. This means x must be what? Plus minus 2. So you have two critical points, plus minus 2. Now find the double derivative. Obviously we must, as we are having what? X, the domain which is strictly positive. This means we can only take x is equals to 2. Now finding the double derivative and put the point 2, this will give you the double derivative is positive. If double derivative is positive, this means the minimum, local minimum, and the local minimum point will be g of 2. So g of 2 means 1 plus 1, which means 2. So the minimum value will be just 2. The minimum value will be just 2. Okay. Now the seventh, gx is equals to 1 by x square by 2, 1 by x square plus 2. Now find the first derivative. First derivative will be using the u plus v. U by v derivative will be denominator square, denominator multiply with numerator derivative minus numerator multiply with denominator derivative. So we did just that. You will have this denominator square minus of, I'm just directly writing, so you apply this, you will get this same thing. This means minus of 2x. Okay. Now put it equals to 0. What you will get? X is equals to 0. So the critical point will be x is equals to 0. For values close to 0, if you look at from the left, you will find that what will happen? What will happen if you find a 0 from the left? It will be positive, but from the right it will be negative. So sign change using the first derivative test, the sign change from positive to negative. This means minimum. You will have maximum. Okay, you will have maximum. I hope it is clear to you. So by the first derivative test, x is equals to 0 is the point of local maxima, and the local maximum value will be g of 0, which means half. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now eighth problem says if expression is this and domain is what? Your x positive, strictly positive, this means find the first order derivative. It will be root of 1 minus x plus x multiply with 1 by 2 root 1 minus x multiply with minus 1. You will get root of 1 minus x by 2 root 1 minus x. You will get this as your simplified expression. Now put it equals to 0. You will have x is equals to 2 by 3. So critical point will be x is equals to 2 by 3 x. Okay. Now what? Now find the double derivative. The double derivative will be this. How we find it? We find the quotient using the quotient rule. Just use the quotient rule. You will get this as your expression. Okay. Now putting the x is equals to 2 by 3 value, we have to just find the sign. So sign is negative. This means you will have what? The maximum value at x is equals to 2 by 3. So local maximum value will be f of 2 by 3, which is just 2 root 3 by 9. Okay. Please see the in between steps. Okay. I hope that it is clear to you. Now the fourth problem, we have to prove that do not have maxima or minima. Okay, let's see. So fx is equals to ex. Find the derivative is ex. F prime x is equals to 0. Ex is equals to 0. No, we do not have such condition. Ex cannot be 0 for any real number x. Okay, therefore there does not exist c belongs to R such that f dash c is equals to 0. Hence f does not have maximum or minimum. Second, log x for 1 by x. So can it, if you try what? If you try to see, Okay, log x is defined for positive x. Okay, so this means x must be positive. Our x must be what? Positive. So g dash x is always strictly positive for any x. There does not exist c such that g dash c is equals to 0. Okay, so no maximum minimum. Now for this also, find the first order derivative, put it equals to 0. The first order derivative will be what? 3x square plus 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So this is first order derivative, putting it equals to 0. You will have what? If you try to see, x is equals to minus 2 plus minus root b square minus 4ac. So you will have what? Minus 4ac means 12. Okay, as you can see, so it is just minus 2, minus 4, sorry, what it will be, as you can see. Okay, so b square, which is 2, which is 4, b square minus 4ac. Okay, so far so good. So this will be 6. Okay, clear? Now what? Inside you will have minus of 8. Yes, minus of 8. Take 4 common, you will have this, and you will have inside what? 2, minus 2. So this will become, taking 2 common, this will become like this. Okay, so you will have imaginary number and it does not belongs to R. This means there does not exist any C belongs to R such that S dash C is equals to 0. So no maximum minima. Okay, clear? Okay, I hope that it is clear to you. So we have to stop here. Okay, we will do the remaining problems in the next session. I hope that you understood every explanation, every subparts from problem 1 to 4, how we approach towards maximum minima, how we use first derivative test, how we use second derivative test, how we use general knowledge of absolute and the square thing functions. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, so we'll be back with the remaining problems for this exercise 6.3. So for now we have to go. So thank you all.